What's going on, everybody? This is Coach D coming at you. All right, we are here for another live here for Easy1up review, how to make money online. Okay, now, first off, all right, if you're here live, go ahead, put down the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from the Carolinas, baby. And like what we do each week, we come here and we talk about the four things that you actually need to make sure that you have to start making money online. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you are in Easy1up or not, you'll find some value from this training that we're going to go through today. All right, so like I said, let me know when you tune in, no matter if you're tuning in from YouTube, Facebook, it doesn't matter. All right, and whose ever channel you're watching this on, subscribe to the channel. Even if you're watching it on the replay, subscribe to their channel, show some love. Okay, now before we jump into this, I want to tell you a little bit about myself really quick. Like I said, I'm Coach D. All right, I actually back in 2018, before I got online, I was actually doing auto repair. Hence the name. A lot of you guys may know me as D Car Lady, right? Hence that name. And one of the reasons that I actually decided to get online anyway to try and create an income online is because when I first started out, when I was back, being an entrepreneur, had my repair shop. I mean, I just really got tired of the humdrum, tired of working a lot of hours, right? I'm talking about, 70, maybe 80 hours a week, you wind up not having much of a life, right? Quality of life. If you guys can relate to that, if maybe you had a job, where you worked tons of hours and it just really didn't pan out. You're working all those hours, and then you have your family at home that hardly gets to see you. You don't really, you can't really take vacations or anything like that because your boss is like, what? You want another vacation? I mean, it's really constricting, and I knew there had to be something better, a different way that I could do things. What's going on, James? Thanks for tuning in. I knew it had to be something better out there for me, something that basically where I could, we all dream of being able to, multiply our time. You know what I'm saying? Like we all get the same 24 hours in a day, right? But who in the world wants to just work hour for dollar? It's like you never get ahead. And that's what was happening. It was like I was never getting ahead. So I turned to the online space. I knew nothing about it, right? All I knew is that I wanted a different way to make money without having to go through like back-breaking type work, because working on cars is back-breaking work. And I'm sure some of you guys can relate, depending upon what type of job that you have. Even if you're like a waitress, you're always on your feet. I know growing up, my mom actually, she used to be in a home healthcare field, and where she would have to like lift people up, like lift older people up, that, couldn't lift themselves up and clean them and stuff. And I mean, it was hard on her back, so I know she would have loved to have something online back then. But, so it just got to a point where I'm like, look, instead of getting all my knuckles bruised, back sore, knees sore, elbows sore and all this stuff, man, I said, let me see what this online space, what I can do from this computer. What can I do? Right. And like I said, when I started in 2018, when I first started, I just wanted to make some extra money. I was like, man, if I could just make a couple extra $100 a month, and so I got into the online space to try and, chase that dream, to make that happen. And there were some things that I did not know. There was a lot of things I did not know, right? But there were some specific things I did not know when I got online, that if I would have known then, would I know now? You know how people say that? If I didn't know then, would I know now, right? It would have made my journey a lot easier when it comes to making money online. So what I'm going to share with you guys today are the 4 components that I've learned over these last, few years now, the 4 components that I've learned that you actually want to look for when you're thinking about joining an opportunity or anything that you want to make money online. So that way your journey will be a little bit easier, okay? And you can, really get to where you want to be, get to that money that you want, get to that time freedom, because that's what the money buys, guys. It's not about, for most of us anyway, it's not about using the money just to buy, the Lamborghini or something, right? It's literally about using that money so that we can convert that, we can have more time in our life, more time for our family, you know what I'm saying, and more time for ourselves even, just to do what we want to do type deal. That's what it's about, so I'm going to reveal to you those 4 components. And of course, I definitely want you guys to stick around to the end, because my team and I have put together a presentation for you as well with some very cool bonuses. All right. So on this Easy1up review, we're going to show you these things. All right. We're going to show you, we're going to really, kind of break it down. So that way you understand, as you're out here trying to make money online, you'll see that these components, some of these components you're missing, and we're going to show you how to get these components. Is that fair? What's going on, Mrs. Rocket? What's going on? All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, we're talking about these four main components. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put this up here, and let me know if you guys can see me up here in the whiteboard. If you can see me, say yes, D, I see it. Okay. We're gonna put up here these four main components. Okay, four main components that we're talking about when it comes to making money online. Okay. All right. All right. So number one. Okay, and if you know any of these, you can definitely put it down in the comments if you happen to know any of these. But we're going to list them out and we're going to talk about them as well. Okay, because I want to make sure, on this, training session here that you guys really understand this so you can start implementing this and make sure that you're using this. All right. So number one of the first things that we want to make sure that we have, okay, in our business, all right, is we want to make sure that we have ongoing support. Okay, and I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Okay, when we say ongoing support, what we're talking about with ongoing support, a lot of things like this. A lot of times people will join different business opportunities, right? You'll join different business opportunities and you'll sign up, and initially somebody will give you some type of onboarding call or some type of, initial instructions. But what happens a week later? What happens a month later? What happens 2 months later? You still have questions. Right? There's plenty of people, like even in the company group for Easy1up, that I'll see people who have joined, and then here it is, they're like, oh, I've been joined for a month and I don't know how to start getting leads. I don't know what to do. Right? So yes, you need to have ongoing support so that when you have questions, because you're gonna have them. All right, we all have questions. When you have questions, you have somewhere to turn to, whether it be on a weekly basis, right, or a monthly basis. Either one is totally fine, right? But at least somewhere that you can, connect with a team, right, to get your questions answered, because you're going to have questions, right? You're going to have questions about, hey, I've been trying to get leads this way. Am I doing something wrong? Hey, I was thinking about using text messaging, for example, what are you guys using? Hey, does anybody have a good follow-up sequence? Anything, right? You're going to have those questions. Right? And so you're going to need this ongoing support, like I said, that you can actually tap into, right? And have a place where you can get those questions answered and not take, months and months, or not have to worry about, oh my goodness, my sponsor is not responding anymore. I've literally had people reach out to me, who've joined business opportunities, and they're like, oh my goodness, Coach D, my sponsor blocked me on Facebook. Now I don't know what they did to get blocked. You know what I mean? But that's what has happened. So ongoing support is definitely vital. What's another thing that is important when we're talking about these four components? Okay. Another thing that is going to be important is a blueprint. Okay. Now, when we're talking about a blueprint, all that a blueprint is basically a roadmap. Okay. Think of it as a map. Okay. It's like this. If you don't know what to do today in your business, then you're going to be confused as heck. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be trying to do a whole bunch of things like I used to be doing, right? Before I got, before I had these components, right? I was up there literally like spending like 10 hours a day online, trying to make money online. I wasn't making any money. Like the first 90 days online, I made $9.24, right? It was crazy, because I didn't have a blueprint. I didn't have like a checklist to follow so that I knew what to do each day in my business, right? To start getting those leads, to start getting those sales. I had no clue, all right? So I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. And most people, honestly, do not have like 10 hours a day to do something. So that's why it's going to be very important for you to have a blueprint, which is like a roadmap, in which, you can think of it like a checklist. So it's like, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, right? So you know that you're doing the right things each day in your business to start, generating that income that you want. Makes sense? Put down in the comments, let me know if that's making sense to you and why you need a blueprint. Put down in the comments and say, make sense, okay? All right, now number three, let's see what we got here. Number three, absolutely, vessel. Now, this is one I definitely like to explain well, okay? Because when we're talking about vessel, all right, let's explain what we mean by that. When we're talking about vessel, all we're talking about is something that you can exchange, right? You can exchange a thing for some money, okay? For example, let's say this marker could be a vessel, right? If I say, hey, you want to buy this marker, right? And that person's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that marker. Then that person is like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that marker, and they give me money for that marker, right? That's all we mean by a vessel. Now, but in this case, we're talking about a vessel that is a good choice for you. Now, there's multiple things out there. There's Easy1up, there's $25 up, there's like all these different things, right? Anything, can be a vessel. But when we're talking about a good vessel, it's like this right here. What is going to allow you to be able to make the income that you want? For instance, when I first started, okay, online, the company that I was promoting when I first started in January of 2018 was called MCA, Motor Club of America, right? And at that time, that was the vessel that I chose, right? Because I wasn't understanding what a good vessel looked like. And that's what I'm going to explain to you today, okay? So when we're talking about that, we're talking about what is going to allow us to be able to create the income that we need to get to the goals that we want. For example, let's say your first goal that you need, to make money, for the amount that you need, each month. Let's say your first goal is to make like $2,000 a month. Okay. Like like if that's a goal for you, like if your first goal is around like $2,000 a month, put $2,000 a month down in the comments, right? So let's say you want to make $2,000 a month. Okay. So we're going to put here 2,000. Okay. We want to make $2,000 a month. Okay. Now, the vessel that I chose back in January 2018 was the Motor Club of America. And this is how much they paid. They paid at that time, it was $80 per sign up, but it was based on that person being and staying in the company for a total of 17 months. Yeah! So we're talking about, let's break this down so we really understand what we're talking about. So if we're talking about $80, right? Broken down into 17 months, right? What are we really saying? If that's broken down into 17 months, what are we really saying? We're really saying that's about $6 a month. Okay, that was about $6 a month that I was making. Now let's do some math on that. Okay, if I'm really making like $6 a month, right, on a sign up, and I'm saying, right, that I need to make $2,000 a month, right, off my own online business, right? How many sales do I have to make? $6 a month to get $2,000. How many sales do I need to make with that particular vessel? Okay, it's just math, and we're going to average that here. We're going to say that's about 133 sales. That's about 133 sales. Okay, that's what that is, about 133 sales. All right. Was it 133 or 633? Gosh darn it. Let me pull out my calculator because I done forgot the number. We're going to put out the calculator because y'all didn't even do the math down there. Let me pull out my calculator, okay? All right, let's see. $2,000 divided by $6. It's 333. It's 333. It's 333 sales, all right? That's a lot of sales that I need to make just to get $2,000 in a month, okay? So when I'm saying that, that's like hustling like way backwards. Like, oh my goodness. You know how much work it takes to get 333 sales in a month? Like, for real. Like, seriously, guys. Come on, guys. Right? That's a lot of sales, right? So when I'm talking about a vessel that is a good vessel that we need to be looking for, I'm talking about one, right, that allows us to be able to make anywhere from $250 to $2,000 per sale. Why? Why do you guys think that is? Let's see what we got here. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're going to get to that. Cool. So why do we think that we need that? Why is that? Because check it out. Okay, let's check it out. Because if we are able to get $250 to $2,000 per sale, then how many sales do we need? Let's do the math, y'all. Let's do the math, right? Let's do the math. So let's say if we can make $250 per sale, right? So out of 2,000, okay, and we can make $250 per sale, how many sales do we need in that month? We only need 8. We only need 8. Like, guys, y'all tell me down in the comments, okay, if you would rather have to make 8 sales or would you rather have to make 333 sales in that month? Y'all tell me, right? Like, put that in the comments, whatever your answer is, okay? Would you rather make 8 sales or 333 sales? Which one would you rather have to make in order to get to that $2,000 in that month? Like, guys, it's a no-brainer, 8 sales, right? So that's what I mean when we're talking about a vessel. We're talking about a vessel that is going to allow you to get to your goals faster. We're not talking about one that pays you a hot $6, when you do the math, right? You know what I mean? We're not talking about that. You got to put yourself in position, right, to be able to make some serious money so that you can get to your goals way faster. So if your goal is to, cut back to part-time on your job, right now maybe you're doing like 60 hours because, you need overtime. If you want to cut back to just 20 hours a week and to do that, you need extra $2,000. You don't need to be out there trying to hustle for 333 sales. Like, for real, right? You like, hey, I pull out 8 sales and I'm hitting my goal of $2,000. That's going to be a much better quality of life for you. So that's what we mean by, a good vessel. Okay. We're talking about one that allows you to hit that goal faster. Is that making sense? Let me see. Okay. Miss Rocket said, 8 sales. Okay, awesome. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Rocket. Exactly. So that's what we mean by a good vessel. And don't worry if you don't have a good vessel right now, or if you're missing anything that we put up here, don't worry. We're going to show you how to get it. Calm down. We got you. We got you. All right. But I wanted to make sure you guys understood that. All right. And what is the last one? What is the last one here of these components? And then we'll get to some of these questions, comments that you guys have on the screen. What is the last part of the component? And I believe that we had a man, James, put it up here. Leverage. Absolutely. Leverage. And we're going to talk about that. Okay. We're going to talk about the leverage that we're talking about here. All right. I want to make sure y'all can see that on the screen. Now, when we're saying leverage, all right, because a lot of times people think that we're talking about the compensation plan. We're not talking about the compensation plan. We're talking about leverage of these components. Let me explain. When someone joins you in business right now, somebody joins you in your business right now, right? If you don't have the ongoing support already in place, right? You're not on a team that has the ongoing support that is supporting people, whether it be weekly or whether it be monthly, right? With answering questions. Guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen, Mrs. Rocket? Tell me. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is those people are going to join you, right? You're going to have your cell phone here, right? Because you probably have your cell phone a lot like I do. They're going to join you. And then as soon as they join, they're going to be like, hey, Mrs. Rocket, I just joined. Can you tell me what to do? Right? And you're going to be so happy that they joined. So you're going to be like, okay, you're going to message them. You're like, okay, boom. This is what you do, Jonathan. Da, 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 right? And you're like, all right, cool. I just made some money. Jonathan's good to go. Then what's going to happen? Right? About 2 hours later, Jonathan's going to hit you up again. Hey, Mrs. Rocket, I joined. I did what you said, but I'm a little lost. I don't know what to do now. I'm lost. Right? And so now you're like, oh, okay. All right, Jonathan. Okay. All right, so let me message Jonathan again, right? Because you don't want anyone to call you like a bum sponsor or something. So you're going to be like, okay. You're going to message him, right? Then this is what's going to happen. This is a true story. I'm telling you, it happened to me. This is going to happen. Then the next day, Jonathan is going to hit you up, probably like at 2 in the morning because it's a different time zone where he is. You're asleep, right? So you're going to wake up in the morning first thing, and you're going to see a message. Jonathan said, he sent like 5 paragraphs. I tried this. I don't understand. Oh my God, what do I do? I don't know how to set up my back office. I don't know how to start getting leads. What did you mean by this? Right? And now what happens is you're playing manager, Mrs. Rocket. You're playing manager. You're back and forth with Jonathan all freaking day, right? Because Jonathan's new. He needs help, right? But now every time that you're stopping, right, to try and teach Jonathan one-on-one, guess what's happening? You're not being able to continue to grow your business. So now you got one sale and that's all you got. That one hot sale, right? Because you don't have anything to plug into. Because if you had something to plug into, Mrs. Rocket, you know what you could then tell Jonathan? You can say, hey, Jonathan, so glad you're aboard, buddy. Here is the link to get you on board, so you know exactly what to do. Join the group, Jonathan. And any questions you have, Jonathan, let's go ahead and get you onto the weekly team meeting. So Jonathan's like, oh, okay, cool. So Jonathan's going to go ahead, plug into the training that's there, right? That's already there for your team, right? And Jonathan, when he comes and he's like, oh, I got a question. You be like, oh, great question, Jonathan. Don't forget to ask that question at the weekly team meeting or in the Facebook group, whichever the case may be. But guess what? That means Jonathan's not messaging you all day, right? You can go and run your business. Right? And Jonathan can plug into the weekly team meeting with everyone else, and Jonathan can get his help. So Jonathan is not going to call you a bad sponsor because he's getting help. He just wanted the help. He's getting help. Now he can run his business. You can run your business, and everybody can run their business, and everybody can make money. Feel what I'm saying? Leverage, baby. But if you don't have this in place, then you're doing the onesie, twosies, the 1 2, the 2 foot, the 3 foot. You're doing that with Jonathan, right? How about the blueprint, right? When we're talking about this leverage, right? If you don't have the blueprint, right? If you don't have a blueprint and roadmap to know exactly what to do each day, I've literally had this happen. People join, and what's the first thing when we join something? What's the first thing we ask? We ask our sponsor. Like I literally joined something. Excuse me. I literally joined a trading company here recently, right within the last week, and I said, I asked my sponsor. I said, all right, cool. This is what I say, and this is what we all say when we join something. I'm like, all right, cool. What do I do first? Right? Like, what do I need to do, each day so that I can learn this stuff? That's literally what we want to know, right? So if you have a blueprint that you follow, right, that you were given, you didn't even have to create it, that says, hey, do this thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, you know what to do each day. Guess what you now can do? You say, hey, Jonathan, thanks for getting aboard, buddy. Go ahead, join. Here's the onboarding link. Join the group. And once you get in the group, you're going to see the blueprint. You're going to know exactly what to do, all the training, everything. Just follow it, Jonathan. See you on the weekly team meeting, right? So now Jonathan can tap into the blueprint. So that means you didn't have to create it. Jonathan taps into it, and now Jonathan knows exactly what to do each day. So now it takes the stress off of you, right? So if Jonathan doesn't do it, that's on Jonathan, but it's right there for him, already laid out, and you just plug them in, say plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, right? So that's all you need to do, right? So that's why you're leveraging stuff that's already done. And of course, Jonathan will be getting the vessel from you, right? So now you made some money. Jonathan now has the ability to make anywhere from $250 to $2,000 with the proper vessel, right? So you're leveraging all these things. You didn't have to create anything. You're leveraging. That's what we mean by leverage. Leverage equals time freedom. Put down in the comments. Say leverage equals time freedom. Put it down in the comments. Leverage equals time freedom. Excuse me, it's just that important. Leverage equals time freedom. Leverage equals time freedom. Like, I'm going to give you an example. All right. And it's a little bit different from what I typically do, but that's okay because we're not robots, right? I'm going to give you an example of what I mean by the leverage equals time freedom. I'm going to tell y'all something, a change that I made, right, that helped me leverage to have more time freedom. Check this out. All right. Pay attention now. Like, I'm dead serious. Pay attention. Now, we used to have these calls on a Zoom, right? I would hold them for my team. We would have these calls on a Zoom. They would, invite people to the Zoom and everything, right? It wasn't like, live here on YouTube. It was on Zoom. So then what I would need to do is once we finished the Zoom, we responded to everybody's questions. What I would need to do then is I would then have to download the video, right? And then I would need to upload it to YouTube, right? And then my team would be able to pull it off of YouTube. That's what I used to have to do. Hear me. I made a change to leverage so that I can increase my time freedom. What did I do? This is why you're here now. Because what you're seeing is literally me walking the walk. My team, we're walking the walk. We ain't just talking it, we walking it. Instead, I now do it live on YouTube, right? Tell my team, hey, invite everybody, get back to whoever invited you to the video, right? But now, because I leveraged YouTube live, I don't have to take the time to then download the video, download the video, then upload the video for my team. It's already here. So literally, I'm not even lying to y'all. Literally, I have shaved off about, let's see, between the time it took me to download it from Zoom, because that took time. That took about maybe like 25 minutes, right? Then I'll have to upload to YouTube, right? That will be another about 25 minutes or 40 minutes, depending upon how YouTube want to act that day, right? And then I would have to then post that link into the group so that my team could get that link. So we're talking about it shaved off like about an hour of my time of me not having to do that. Like, not only that, like, I want y'all to see this, man. This is a training moment here. I want y'all to see this. Not only did it save me, right? It saved me, and I don't know if y'all see that. Not only did it save me an hour, right? Not only did it save me an hour, right? Save an hour, but guess what? Guess what? Now it's actually live on the channel too, right? So people are actually able to come on live. The people who, maybe my team didn't invite or what have you, happen to just see it, they have to come on live and ask questions that they have. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm being able to interact right? While saving time, while still having this presentation training situation for this Easy1up review. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like that right there, that leverage just saved me, right? So that means that's something else that I can be doing with my time, right? Instead of spending an hour downloading, uploading, and all this stuff, and then by the time it's bedtime, right? So that's what we mean by leveraging things that's already in place. It's easier for my team now, easier for me, and we all win it. You want to make it easier for yourself and easier for your team. You want to do that. So you want to leverage things that are already in place instead of you thinking that you got to be the one who makes everything and do everything yourself. And now it's just you, yourself, and you, right? Because it's hard to build a business with just you, yourself, and you. So that is a good example, right? Or of why you want to leverage. All right. Let's see if we have any comments or anything or questions before we get on to the next part. Because like I told you, I'm going to show you how you can get all of this. Okay. No matter how many parts you have, maybe you have, like when I first started, like seriously, when I first started, I didn't have that. I didn't have that. I had the wrong vessel, so I didn't have that. So therefore I couldn't leverage nothing. It was me, myself, and me, right? Out there, the blind leading the blind. I didn't have none of it. Right? So some of you guys may have a proper vessel, but you don't have the ongoing support, the blueprint, and therefore you can't leverage everything. So we're going to show you how to get all of that. So just stick around. All right. So let's see what we got here. Let's see if we got any questions. Mrs. Rocket said, correct. Need the support. I joined MLSP. I understand the concept and it truly worked, but I'm thinking about canceling my membership. Tell me why. I'm just curious. Tell us why, Miss Rocket. If you don't mind, well, I know you don't mind sharing because you just said it. Like, tell us why, if you don't mind. You know, and this is an ad lib. You know, this is an ad lib situation. But tell me. Let's see what we got here. But tell us down in the comments. Miss Rocket said that's why I don't bother the guy I join under because I understand we're all busy. Absolutely, right. But the other side to that, Mrs. Rocket, because you're right, because we definitely don't do that type of sponsor bashing and no crazy stuff like that. We don't do that. So you're right, but notice I said the but. You're right, but if your sponsor had these things in place, right, then it wouldn't be like you bother him because then he say, hey, Mrs. Rocket, I know you joined. Awesome. Here's the welcome video. So that way, you know exactly how to get into his group or whatever. Right. And make sure you show up to the weekly team meeting. So when you join the group, there will be training set up so that you know how to set up your back office. You know how to set up your profile, for Facebook. So you can start getting some free leads, some free traffic. You know how to start getting engagement, right? And everything. There's a training already set up for it, right? And the schedule for the ongoing support. So that way you can show up to the weekly team meeting or the monthly team meeting, whichever he had. It's already set up there. So it literally would have taken your sponsor as far as like once he has this in place, okay? It would have taken him maybe about 3-4 minutes to give you that information, welcome you to the team, and boom, shift you on over, right? And then you would have had everything you needed. And then anything you didn't have, right, you could go to the weekly team meeting, right, and ask those questions. Does that make sense? Like, I'm going to show you guys something. All right, and this is a little bit ad lib too. Let me show you what I'm talking about. And I'm not telling you that this is something, that, oh, you set it up in like 2 minutes. Nah, it took a lot longer than 2 minutes to set it up. But once it's set up, right, you're not the one who have to set it up, right? You leverage what's already there. So let me show you what I'm talking about, Ms. Rocket. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna go over here to our Facebook. All right, so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me go up in here. All right, and we're gonna go down to our team group, right? So when people come into the group, right, they go here, watch this announcement. They watch this announcement video, right? So that way they can get plugged in right away. This video explains everything that's here. This video explains that as well, right? And they'll comment below, letting us know that they've heard it, right? Then they have links here to take them over to our topics here, like our schedule, right? Right here we have our schedule that's mapped out, so they know exactly how to do that. There's a video showing them that and the schedule itself, right? We have the schedule over here. Then we have our training, right? So they know exactly how to get started, get an accountability partner, Easy1up masterclass, right? So they're showing how to get their Facebook set up so they can start getting free leads. And for those who are doing YouTube, they're shown how to get their YouTube set up, right? The blueprint, right? They're showing exactly what steps they can start doing each day to start getting some traction on some free leads, right? They show how to actually create content, no matter what they're promoting, right? Because we don't force people to promote one thing or the other, but no matter what they're promoting, they're showing how to start creating content for that. So it's already set up, right? So if it's set up for you, right, even down to how to close, right? If people are talking to people in Messenger, 2-step closing process, right? So if that's already done for you, right, here, then all your sponsor would need to do is just say, hey, plug on in, right? Plug on in. That's what you do. That announcement video show you how to exactly plug on in. So that means you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm bugging my sponsor or whatever the case may be, because you won't be bugging them. Like 3-4 minutes and you off to the races on board, and you in the group, and you know exactly what to do, and you know where to show up on a weekly basis to get questions answered. So this is what I'm talking about, that a lot of times when we first start, we don't have this. I know I didn't. Like literally, I'm not even lying. Like I didn't have it until I literally had to spend thousands here and there to get it. I didn't get it from my sponsor either. I had to buy it, right? From the people who already figured this out. I had to buy it and put it together, put it here so that the team could leverage, so that they didn't have to go through a lot of the turmoil that I went through. So hopefully that's making sense on what I'm saying, that it didn't have to be that way. All right. Let's see what we've got. Absolutely. Leverage equals time freedom. Yes, Miss Rocket. Let me see. Okay, he was very open. Okay, you said he was very open. I have everything set up. Finish my 10 steps also. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So if you finished all that, Miss Rocket, right? You said you finished your 10 steps also, which is good, right? Because Miss Rocket is talking about MLSP at this point. If you finish that, then why would you say that you think about quitting? I'm gonna tell you right now, my team and myself, we are big proponents of MLSP. This video is about the Easy1up review, but my point is that we use that for our training platform. It just flat out works. It's the best that I've seen for beginners, right? I literally, learned from them. Some really high up marketers learn from them. I'm talking about serious marketers, not little, ones that you think winning ain't winning. I'm talking about people who making some real dough, like, Ray Higdon and them, like real people, right? So I was just curious on, if you're moving forward, then why would you want to cancel something? One thing that I've learned, let me explain something to y'all, right? Because it's not always explained like this. A lot of times when we first get online, people try to appease us by saying what they think we want to hear. But let me help you guys with something real quick, like for real, like, because part of what we do here, on a weekly basis, all right, like I said, we're veering off for just a moment, but part of what we do is help you guys experience what we do on our team. This is to help you experience it, okay? Because not everybody most people don't have a team, as a matter of fact. This is to help you experience it, no matter who brought you here to this video, right? This is to help you experience it, okay? Check this out. One thing I had to realize is that no matter what you promote, okay, no matter what you promote, you're going to always need knowledge. You're going to always need knowledge, okay, period. And it's not going to stop with one thing. You buy one thing, you think that's all you need. Right now, don't go that way. Ain't like that. Anybody who has, built up to 7 and 8 figures, we ain't even talking about 6 figures. Because if we do the math on 6 figures, like, really, after you buy some stuff and pay some bills, man, you probably left with a hot $3,000 at the end of the year. So people who up in 7 and 8 figures, like they making some for real money, right? They didn't just buy one training, right? They have a system, right, that gives them ongoing training, right? So that way they know about the changing things and all of that, right? So knowledge. So when we're talking about, for example, MLSP, that's a knowledge base. There is nowhere in the world I would ever tell a person that they should quit this company. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm dead freaking serious. I don't know who you joined MLSP or whatever, it doesn't matter. But anybody on my team has been exposed to it. And most of the people on my team do have it, right? Because we understand the power of it, not just from the knowledge standpoint, but also from the income standpoint, right? Like on my team, the people who have joined me or James or anybody on here, right? Because they're all on my team. who have joined us in MLSP, what we're actually doing is showing people how to take this to 10K a month. That's our goal, for everybody to be in place to take it to 10K a month. Now, I have no clue what you guys are doing, but I'm telling you that this is what's possible, right? When you're on the right team, this is what's possible. And this is our hub, right, of how can we bring people the 4 components when they join us, you know, in things like Easy1up, for example. How can we bring them in the 4 components? How can we give them that training? How can we teach them how to build their audience, engage their audience, sell their audience? How can we do that if we didn't get it from here? And I'm just being straight up with you. I'm being straight up. I literally built my coaching business, right, from what I've learned here, right? It literally was this. Ain't no fluff, right? So there's nowhere in the world I would tell a person to cancel this. It's like, that's like career suicide, unless like you just stopping your business, like you don't want to promote your business no more. So I'm not sure what happened there. All right. So if you want to expand, definitely let us know. Now, like I said, guys, we want to talk about if you don't have those components, right? If you don't have those components, then how do you get those components? All right. If you don't have these 4 components, right? And I'm going to write them up here and I'm going to show you again, you know, make sure you know how to get them. If you don't have that ongoing support that we talked about, right? If you don't have, and I'm going to just write them up here. You know, I ain't going to go through the explanation again. I'm going to just write them. But if you don't have that ongoing support, right? If you don't have that blueprint, right? If you don't have that, right? If you don't have the right vessel, right? And if you don't have that leverage, how can you get those things? Well, let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the vessel, right? I'm going to show you how to get the vessel, just in case you don't have that vessel. I'm going to show you how to get that vessel right now. Let's talk about that, and then I'll show you how to get the other components. All right. Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with you 100%, James. It is like the best kept secret out here. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see what we got. Now, the vessel that we're talking about, guys, okay, is Easy1up. Now, before you like, oh, I already got Easy1up, right? Don't worry about it, because no matter if you are in Easy1up or not, we're going to show you, okay? We're going to show you right here how you can get everything that we're talking about, okay? So stay tuned. So for those people who are not in Easy1up yet, let me go ahead and give you a review of it real quick. We're going to talk about the product side first, right? Because some people don't know what Easy1up is. Some people who bought Easy1up don't know what Easy1up is. Just saying. Okay, literally, it's an affiliate marketing type of platform, right? That gives you a bunch of different trainings on different topics. Okay, that's the gist of it. And it has different levels of which you can get that training. They have a $25 level, or in a 100, a 250, a 500, 1,000, and a 2,000. Now, the cool thing about it is whatever level that you buy, you get all the trainings below it included. Okay, let's see what we mean by that. Like this right here is the $2,000 level, Vertex Live. Okay, it's the highest level that they have right now, right? That means you get all of this training here, these different topics, and each topic is going to be several videos under each topic, right? All right, like for instance, they talk about launching your product, building sales funnels, CPA marketing, Periscope marketing, you know, Amazon marketing, Amazon affiliates profits, right? These are the things they talk about at the $2,000 level. But when you get in at a $2,000 level, for example, right, you get all the other levels included. So that means you get the $1,000 level included at no additional charge. So you'll get all of this training here, deal with email marketing, and deal with Tumblr marketing, traffic exchanges, you know, how you can get zero cost traffic, Snapchat marketing, you know, social media domination, right? All of that in here, right? At 1,000, you get the $500 level training that deals with drop shipping, all right? And some more zero cost traffic, you know, and then the Vertex level, which is a 250, you get all of this training, how to create an offer, different ways to build your list, you know, other affiliate marketing training, right? You know, other email relationship mastery, building a relationship with your email list, right? You get all that training. So the idea is obviously you would want to get the most possible, right? So, you know, you want to come in as high as you possibly can because you want to get all the training included. You don't want to have to pay separate, right? Right. Okay. Now, what about the money side? Because I know y'all want to know, show me the money. If you want to know about the money, say, show me the money. Put it down in the comments, say, show me the money. Okay. Now on the money side, this is how it works. Okay. With Easy1up, really simple. All right. You get 100% commission on whatever level that you join and below it. So what that means in a nutshell, let's say you decide I want this training at the $1,000 level, Vertex Pro $1,000 level, right? The Vertex Pro for Easy1up. And that means you get all these levels below included, no additional cost, right? That means if someone decides to join you at the $1,000 level, then guess what you make? $1,000. Yay, 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 right? Okay, you make $1,000. Now on the flip side, let's say you join at a level, let's say you joined at the $500 level, right? Okay, cool. And then someone decided to join, they came through your link, you know, you're following the blueprint, you know, the roadmap, and they come to you, they come to this presentation on your behalf, right? And they're like, hey, I'm going to get back with James, I'm going to get back with Mrs. Wright, you know, I'm going to get back with whoever, and I'm going to join, right? And they want to join at the $2,000 level. Now, you only joined at the 500. Remember? You only joined at 500. But they decided they wanted to join at 2,000 because they want to make $2,000 commissions instead of just 500. They want to get that dream house faster. They want to get to that financial freedom faster. They want to get to that time freedom faster, right? So what does that mean? That means that you didn't make any money because you can't sell a product that you didn't own. That's what that means. So this is why you do want to get in at the highest level that you possibly can. You know, most people that I've seen come in, and this is just, you know, what I've seen for people joining me, the most popular level I've seen is the $1,000 level. That's the most popular level. Yes, we do have financing as well. All right. So whoever's video you're watching, you definitely get with them and they'll rock you out with some financing. So that way you can get into the $1,000 or the $2,000 level without having to come up with the whole $1,000 or $2,000 level up front. Right? You could, you know, make some payments. So just get with whoever's video you watching or whoever sent you to this video and get with them and they'll let you know what you need down for your financing. But we do have those financial options, right? So you already know I'm all the way in at 2,000. Like I ain't playing no games. Okay. I ain't playing no games neither. Okay. You know, so I went all in so I didn't pass up no money. I don't want to miss nothing. Okay, but that's pretty much how that works. Like I said, it's 100% commission, so that money's coming to you. I don't know about y'all, but I love it when I get, you know, $1,000 coming straight to me, or $2,000 coming straight to me, or $500 coming straight to me, or $250 coming straight to me. I could do something with $250. Okay, I could do something with $500. Right. So if you could do something with this type of money, right, coming to you, put down in the comments, say I can roll with it. Put down in the comments and say I can roll with it. Okay, let me know. So this is the vessel that we use, and this is why we use this vessel. It allows us to get paid, you know, that high ticket money, anywhere from $250, because that's what we promote, $250, $500, $1,000, or $2,000, right? It allows us to get paid that instant commission. It allows us to be able to reach our goals 20 times faster, right? You know what I mean? And then, you know, a product that only paid us like $6. Okay, so this is what we use. Does that make sense? All right. Excuse me. All right, so now remember I told you guys, all right, that I'm going to show you how you can get everything on this list, all right? You know, we just talked about the vessel here, right? But how can you get the ongoing support, the blueprint, and the leverage? How can you be able to leverage everything? No matter if you're in Easy1up or not, how can you get it? I'm about to show you because we put together an awesome presentation with some very cool bonuses for you. All right, so before we show the bonuses, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. No matter whose channel you're watching it on, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and make sure that you commented and say bonus time, bonus time, bonus time. Like you could do a little dance down there, say bonus time. All right, Jay said I can roll with it. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go ahead and do it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to show you this cool presentation. Right. And now once you watch this presentation and see these awesome bonuses, all right, if you have any questions or comments along the way, put them down below. We'll make sure we answer them before we jump off of here. All right. So let's go ahead and do this thing. Let me go ahead and put this up. I'm going to share my screen. All right. And we're going to make it do what it do. And let's do it. Let me put hide here. All right, now here's what you've been waiting for. Let's go ahead and jump into these Team AMA VIP bonuses for Easy1up. All right, now let's take a look. What is it that you're going to get when you lock arms with Team AMA VIP and Easy1up? Now, first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need to know what is it that you need to do every day, or else you're going to kind of be like this guy and looking confused. And you're going to be really chasing your tail like this dog in the picture right here, right? You don't want to be doing that, chasing your tail, right? You want to know exactly what you need to do. So what you're going to get is 5 steps to 1K blueprint. You're going to get this actual blueprint, all right, created by myself, Coach D. All right, specifically for our team, AMA VIP. And with this blueprint, it's going to allow you to know exactly what to do each day, know exactly how to do it, and know exactly how often do you need to do it. Okay, that is the 5 steps to 1K blueprint. Now, the value of this blueprint, so that way you know, okay, this is serious. All right, $997 value. Guys, I want you guys to think about this. How many times have you been out there trying to figure things out? You're like, man, I don't know what to do each day in my business, right? You're just like, if someone just held my hand, if someone just would tell me what to do, then I could do it. Well, don't worry about that anymore, because this 5 steps to 1K blueprint is going to solve that problem for you. You do not have to worry about what it is that you need to do each day in your business. You could just get the blueprint and keep it trucking, baby. Now, next, all right, the next thing you need to know is, how are you going to be able to get a yes? Okay, yeah, you're going to know exactly what you need to do in your business. You're going to be getting, different leads, prospects reaching out to you, but you need to find out, how can you get them to say yes versus no? Well, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need, all right, a 2-step closing process. You're going to get my 2-step closing process on how you can actually seal the deal in Facebook Messenger. Yes. Okay. Instead of you having to figure out, oh, I don't know what questions to ask, you're going to know the right questions to ask. Instead of you trying to figure out, well, I don't know if I'm saying the wrong thing, you're going to know how to say the right things, ask the right questions, and say the right things so that you can seal the deal right in Facebook Messenger. No more sweat and bullets, wondering like, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong? Don't worry about it. You're going to get this 2-step closing process to seal the deal. And I use this process myself every time that I'm in Messenger. Now, what does that mean? So what you have so far is, you have the 5 steps to 1K blueprint. That's a $997 value. All right. And then you have the 2-step closing framework, which is a $497 value. All right. So far you have a bonus total value of $1,494. Now, what else are you going to get? You're going to get the Easy1up Masterclass. Okay. Now, what does that mean? That means in this Easy1up Masterclass, you're going to be able to learn how to set up your back office, do the pay options and set that up quickly, how to actually follow up with your Easy1up leads, how to set up your Facebook profile and turn it into an ATM machine. You heard me. We don't deal with paid ads, baby. Okay. You're going to be able to turn your Facebook profile into an ATM machine. Also, how to set up your YouTube channel so that you can start getting free leads off of YouTube. So you're going to be able to leverage both when you go through this Easy1up Masterclass. And you're getting that today as a bonus. What's the value? $997 for that Easy1up Masterclass. Guys, I paid twice as much just for the YouTube portion, let alone the portion of learning to turn my Facebook profile into an ATM machine, let alone everything else. I actually have people reaching out to me, begging me to give them this type of information, even down to how to set up their back office, right? You guys are getting this when you lock arms with us today. All right. So what are you going to get? The 5 steps to 1K blueprint that has a $997 value, 2-step closing framework that's $497 value, and the Easy1up Masterclass that includes how you're going to be able to leverage YouTube. And that's a $997 value. Total value, $2,491. Now, how about this? I know sometimes you guys have problems, actually closing the deal. Like maybe somebody said, oh, well, I'll follow up later, or, check me out later. Guys, you're going to get help closing your sales live. Okay. And these are just some of the results that I've had. Yes, I have this closing process down. Okay. All right. So these are some of the results that we've had. $250 sale here, $1,000 sale here, another $100 sale there. Okay. And you see another $1,000 sale here, another $1,000 sale here. Yes, sales happen when you know how to close and you have a closing process. Okay. So you're going to get that help with the weekly sales closing calls. So you're going to be able to bring your people to the closing, to the sales calls right? So they can get all of their questions answered and they could be ready to make a decision on the spot. Yeah, doesn't that take a lot of the pressure off of you? You're not having to worry about, that you're not a good closer, or maybe you get nervous when you talk to people. Don't worry about it. When you're part of Team AMA VIP, just bring your people to the weekly sales calls. We'll do all the explaining, all the selling, all the telling, and we'll collect the decision. And that way you can go ahead and get the sign up. Yeah, get the sign up. So far, what are you going to get? 5 steps to 1K blueprint. That's $997 value. 2-step closing framework. That's a $497 value. The Easy1up masterclass. That's $997 value. And the weekly sales calls, $3,000 value. Now, I want to make sure that you guys know that these are real values. These sales calls values right here, I'm actually only doing that based on 90 days, right? Now, of course, you're going to be with our team for much longer than that. But think about it. If these sales calls just close one of our team members' sales, just one at, let's say, the $250 level, okay, just one per week, okay, for the next just 90 days, you're talking about a $3,000 value plus, okay, because, yeah, there's going to be more sales happening, and it's going to happen way longer than 90 days. But I had to put a time limit on it so that way I could put a value on it so you could see how real the value is. We didn't want to give any type of inflated bull crap or anything like that. I want to give you guys real value. So what you're looking at is a total value so far of $5,491 when you lock arms with Team AMA VIP. Now, what else are you going to get? Ongoing coaching. How many times have you guys joined someone, right? And you're like, man, I joined, and maybe they showed you how to set up your back office, but here it is 30 days from now. You have a question. Maybe you haven't made any sales and you're trying to get some help. I mean, a lot of times people are in the company group. They sign up on Monday, they lost on Wednesday, and their sponsor is lost as well on Thursday. Out of the picture, okay? So you're going to be able to get access to ongoing coaching every single week, all right, to help you when you stumble on something, you got questions, you're going to be able to get that. You're going to get the social media training. So that way you know exactly what you need to do. And if you run across something, you're going to be able to get that help every week. Now, this is some of the results as far as some of the feedback some of the team has given. You see here, Betty was like, oh, wow, the best coach and the best team ever. Okay. Here's another person. One of my coaching clients says, hey, everyone, I just wanted to personally congratulate everyone here. See you, especially Coach D. She is a badass. I am slow, but I'm coming, and you can bet that. I'm so glad to be amongst a group of women like this, okay? Simone says, Deborah, I agree with you. I have learned so much from Coach D, and I'm still learning. So grateful to have met her and be coached by her. She is a godsend. Guys, I'm not making this stuff up. All I do is screenshot what people say because this is the real deal, okay? Over here. Simone says, Gina, I couldn't agree more. I'm so happy for you and feel the same way. This journey and newfound family I now have has changed everything for me. Coach D has instilled a fire in me that I had forgotten I had. All you beautiful souls inspire me so much in love. Yes, we have a lot of positivity on Team AMA VIP, okay? And everyone appreciates everyone's effort. So this just kind of gives you an idea of the type of coach that I am and the type of support that you will get inside of our group. Now, what is that worth? Okay, that has a value of $5,964. Now, let me go ahead and break that down to you. Basically, what that means is we have these weekly Q&A and coaching sessions, okay, with this social media training, all right? I typically charge $497 a session, and I get paid $497 per session, okay? So this is not inflated at all. So imagine if you just had 4 sessions, okay, a month over the course of 90 days. Once again, I did these numbers just based on 90 days. And I know you're going to be with us longer than 90 days, right? Because you want to reach your goals and exceed your goals and exceed those goals on top of it. So you come up with a value of $5,964 value, okay? So that means what you're going to get, the 5 steps to 1K blueprint, that's $997 value. 2-step closing framework, so that way you know exactly what to say and the questions to ask in that inbox. That's $497 value. You're going to get the Easy1up masterclass to show you how to set up your back office, your payment options, set up your Facebook so that it turns it into an ATM machine, and set up your YouTube channel so that way you can start getting some free leads on YouTube like I do, baby. All right, that's a $997 value. You're going to get the weekly sales closing calls to help you close your calls, close your sales, right? Close your prospects, close your leads. Just get them to the sales call every week, all right? Talk to them, get them to the sales call. Let the sales call do the selling and telling for you and collecting a decision, okay? That's a $3,000 value and a weekly Q&A and coaching sessions, right? And this is only based on 90 days, guys. This is only based on 90 days, okay? But you're going to be able to come, any questions you have every single week, be able to come and ask me or any other coach that we have, ask those questions and get some social media training so that way you know exactly what to do and everything is all already kept up to date, always up to date. That's $5,964 value. That brings the total value to $11,455. Now, let me ask you guys, if all this did was gave you an unfair advantage to skyrocket your income within the next 30 to 90 days, would it be worth the $11,000? Yes. Let me ask you this. If all it did was allow you to have more time home with your kids or your grandkids or your family, imagine all that time, maybe you're away, maybe you're working 5 jobs, okay, 5 is a little extreme, but maybe you're working 2 or 3 jobs, and that's a reality for a lot of people, all right? Or maybe you only work 1 job, but you're really tired because you work a whole bunch of hours. Maybe you're working 50 to 60 hours, right? And you're pretty much having to raise your kids on Facebook, or raise your kids through text message, right? Because you're not seeing them, so you have to text to check up on them. Come on, what kind of life is that to live? What kind of parent is that you're trying to be? You're not trying to be that type of parent that has to raise their kids from afar, or better yet, let the TV raise their kids, or let the school raise their kids, or the babysitter raise their kids. You want to be there for your kids, right? If all this did, right, was allow you to have more time at home with your kids or your grandkids or your family, your husband, your wife, right? Would it be worth it to you? Yeah. I think your kids would be worth it. Your family would be worth it. What if all this did was allow you to fire your boss, okay? Not just cut down to part-time, but totally fire your boss. Go in there and say, sayonara. Don't give him the finger, but sayonara, I'm out of here. What would that be worth? Wouldn't that be worth it for you to be able to go in, make enough money to where you could go in and fire your boss? If all this did was allow you to put that down payment on that house of your dreams. Come on. That's the American way. Everybody wants to own a home. Maybe you've been renting up to this time. Maybe your credit is what it is. So, maybe they want, $20,000 down, or $10,000 down, and you just don't have it, because you live in paycheck to paycheck. You could barely save like $200 in between paychecks. If all this did was allow you to put that down payment down and buy your dream home, buy that $250,000 home that you want, or buy that $500,000 home that you want. If all this did was allow you to put that down payment on that house, would it be worth it? Yeah. Your dreams are worth it. You're worth it. Your family's worth it. Your kids are worth it. Your sanity's worth it. Your health is worth it. Guys, here's some more proof for you. So you can see that we have a very supportive team, and you see we definitely get results within our team. You see a compliment here, $250 proof here, another $1,000 proof here. All right. And over here, you see, this is something that we had on one of our coaching sessions. And you see, Karanda says, aha moment, that she was able to gain some clarity from one of our weekly coaching sessions. All right. Then you see right here, another one of my students said, yeah, people learn from me. D put me on the map. Okay. I coached him, and I got to toot his horn on this right here. This gentleman right here, he wound up getting two $2,000 sales, two $2,000 sales in the same week. And those were Easy1up sales. Okay. So yes, this team works. This coaching works as long as you work it. That's all it takes, guys. All right. And Gina says, hey, thank you. You made it complete sense. I didn't see the full picture before you explained it in depth. Once again, this is another one of my coaching clients, coaching students, letting you know, guys, that, hey, this is real. I am about helping you guys be successful in your Easy1up business. Here's some more proof here. Karana says, thanks so much for clearing up a lot that was going on my head. Yes, a lot of times you do have confusion, right? And you may have joined someone, a month, 2 months ago, right? They gone. They don't forget about you, okay? But when you're part of this team, all right, we don't just forget about you. You're not just, we get the money and then we're off to the races, okay? You want to get clarity, you need to be with us. Here you see Shimon already congratulated someone and bringing a new sign up into the group right here. She actually got paid to refer this person right here to the group. So she invited her into the group right here. So she already made a cool commission already. Right here, you see one of my colleagues actually is giving a testament, to just the type of person I am. She says, I just want to say thank you for being a friend. For real, not many have my respect, but you have mine. Yes, guys, this is what it's about, being a part of a community that is respectful of other people and worthy of it, because some of that stuff that glitters, it's not gold, okay? So we don't fluff over here. This is the real deal, all right? And you see here another commission that came in of $250. Now, guys, here's the deal. Yes, the value is $11,455. That is the value, the true value, all day, twice on Sunday, okay? But no, I'm not going to charge you $11,455, okay? Here's what's going on, all right? If you take advantage of this now, all right, because I can't tell you how long this is going to be available, but you take advantage of this now, you could come in to our team at the Vertex Pro level, which is a total of $1,100 with the admin fee, or you could get in at the Vertex Elite level for $550. So if you come in at that Pro level, that allows you to make up to $1,000 commissions, okay? So the higher you come, the more money you can make, so the faster you can get that dream home, baby. All right, you come at the Vertex Elite level, you pay $550 to join, and you'll be able to make up to $500 commissions. Or you come at the Vertex level for $275, and you'll be able to make up to $250 commissions. So guys, you see, this is a no-brainer situation, okay? You can get in at the Vertex Pro, Vertex Elite, or Vertex level while this promo is going on. Now to recap, what you're going to get, because I want to make sure that you understand the true value of what you're getting, guys. The 5 steps to 1K blueprint, $997 value. The 2-step closing framework, $497 value, brings us to a total of $1,494. Easy1up Masterclass, $997 value, brings us to a total value of $2,491. Then you add on the weekly sales closing costs to help you close your sales. That's a $3,000 value over the course of 90 days. That brings the total to $5,491. Then you bring on the weekly Q&A coaching sessions, okay, which has a value over the course of 90 days of $5,964. That's a $5,964 value, brings your total value to $11,455 value. And once again, guys, all you got to do is go ahead and get started now while this promotion is still going on. Get started at Vertex Pro level for $1,100. You can make up to $1,000 commissions, or Vertex Elite at $550 level and make commissions up to $500, or the Vertex level and make at $275 and make commissions up to $250. And keep in mind, guys, these commissions are per sale, so you can make as many sales as you want, as many Vertex Pro $1,000 sales as you want, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, as many Vertex Elite sales as you want, and as many Vertex sales as you want, over and over again. Now, guys, you see the value, $11,455 value. Guys, getting in, position yourself at the highest position that you possibly can, okay? Because you want to get to your goals super fast, all right? So the Vertex Pro level, $1,100 input, right? And you're able to get up to $1,000 in commissions. I mean, guys, we're talking about nearly a 90% discount is what we're talking about. And that's just at the Vertex Pro level. And these are real values. So, guys, there you have it. The proof is in the pudding, and it is decision time. All right, we are back. What's going on? All right, so you guys have it there. There's the bonuses. Like I said, for this Easy1up review, definitely if you have questions and comments, put them down below and get back with the person, whoever's channel that you're watching this on, whoever invited you to it, get back with that person. You're going to see down below a link in the first description first link in the description, you're going to see a link to go ahead and lock arms so you can get everything here. All right. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, baby. All right. And even text the person that invited you to this video, right? Whoever's channel you're watching on, go ahead and send them a text. What you said, had my time off. All right, you had some time off tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Hey guys, all right. I thank you guys for tuning in for this Easy1up review. All right, like I said, get back with the person who brought you here, who you watching this video on their channel. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, show some love. Other than that, y'all already know what we gonna do. What we gonna do at the end of each day, y'all. We gonna take this ride to the top. All right, y'all, and we out.